Hi there, my name is Rachel Chan Suet. I am a research fellow at KITA, or Institute of Ethnic Studies, in the National University of Malaysia, UKM. I'm also a descendant of the Honourable Chan Shaolin, who is one of the founders of CSSY, Kuala Lumpur and Selangor, and also a very important figure, especially in the history of tin mining, and also partly the development of Kuala Lumpur. I am indeed very proud to be a descendant of Chan Shaolin because not only is he an important figure in the development of tin mining and also other social institutions in Kuala Lumpur, especially among the Malaysian Chinese. I'm also proud because currently I'm undertaking this research project sponsored by the Ministry of Education Malaysia under the FRGS grant, and I found so much about cultural heritage to tell with regards to the history of Chan Shaolin, Chan Yuan, and also Petaling Street, and also the wider Kuala Lumpur and Selangor, particularly because Malaysia has such diversity, and we're now living in a context of globalization, but also super diversity, in which you have Chinese heritage coexisting with the heritage of other ethnic groups, and it provides a very united kind of image that is very useful in attracting both locals and also tourists to come together as a united group. He was a very important businessman, but also a philanthropist, because to tell the brief story of the Honourable Chan Shaolin, he actually migrated from Banyu in Guangdong, from mainland China, all the way to Malaya. In the 1800s, he was born in 1845, so when he was 16, he migrated here in search of better economic opportunities, especially in tin mining. So his is a story of rags to riches. He started out, he didn't really finish higher education, but when he came to Malaya, he learned Chinese, but he also learned to speak Malay. And because of this, he became very successful, and later on, he was renowned as a successful businessman, but also the founder of various social institutions that lead us as human beings from birth until death, because he contributed to the formation of schools, hospitals, and even cemeteries, and even many other business-related, such as Chamber of Commerce. He was the second president of one of the Kuala Lumpur Chambers of Commerce among the Malaysian Chinese, and he also received awards, including this one which the British High Commissioner gave to him, which was to make him the Chinese member of the Selangor State Council to replace the position of Kapitan Cina, which was previously occupied by Kapitan Cina Yap Kuan Seng. And he was very much a leader among the Malaysian Chinese during his time. And his legacy continues today because he has founded, together with three other co-founders, the CSSY, which originally functioned as an institution to help the Chinese who were migrating from mainland China to Malaya to learn about the culture and customs of Malaya and to assimilate and to also learn and to also facilitate all the other necessities they need to become successful in Malaya as well. And so I'm definitely proud of being a descendant of this very great man, and I'm also proud to share this honor with all the other members of CSSY, especially the youth group, but also the women's wing and also the main board, who have helped to maintain this cultural tradition for such a long time, from 1896 until today, and still growing strong. I will highlight here about the different value systems that coexist in the world right now. Many of us Chinese have become somewhat enamored with what they call Western values, or maybe the development of something called a globalized cultural capital or globalized habitus. But I think it's also important that you do have a revival of the spirit of ancestor worship among the youth. In my family, the most prominent person that always worships the ancestors here is my auntie. Her name is Madam Chan Yun Mui. She used to work as a nurse, and after her retirement, she's been here all the time, contributing in more than one way, not only in ancestor worship, but also in taking care of the members, through cooking, through being here, contributing advice, and also overseeing everything that happens in CSSY. So in order to reach out to more potential members and also to the public, CSSY is always actively undertaking various projects to educate the public in a fun and interactive way. So the Hall of Fame is one of the many projects that we have that is in development, and it is basically somewhat like the background that I'm sitting in here. It's a sort of museum to honor the contributions of various important figures that are related to the Chen family name. Besides Chan Shaolin, we also have plenty of important figures who are not only business figures but also philanthropists or those who have made a lot of contributions to society. And so these people will be honored in the CSSY KL Hall of Fame. Alright, I think it's very good to have a digital museum because that is the direction that most cultural heritage sites, which also function as tourist attractions, that is the direction in which they're going today. So although the project is still in development, if it has a digital aspect that tourists can visit from the comfort of their homes without having to travel, it will be a very good form of outreach to attract youth to participate using technologies like 5G, to be able to virtually explore CSSY and maybe even the surroundings. So the project is still in development, but I believe that it has this potential to provide educational outreach in a way that's interactive, that will attract not only youth but all walks of society to CSSY. Thank you so much. Thank you.